Chapter number 6 is Vector Algebra and chapter number 7 is 3D, three-dimensional coordinate geometry. So two topics are totally not belongs to calculus. Calculus के हमने सब topic कर दिए. First was application of derivative, second was indefinite integral, third was definite integral, fourth was application of integration, and fifth is differential equation. All five topics belongs to calculus. So calculus portion we have completed, and second branch of math, that is coordinate geometry, we are doing. Clear? After completion of this topic, our syllabus will be over. In 11th science, we have learned the following concepts of vector algebra. So let me revise. Okay, आप भूल गए होंगे. In 11th science, we have learned the following terminology or following concepts. Of vector algebra. What we have learned in 11th science? First we have learned R square and R cube is a vector space. याद आया? Now what is vector space? Every non-empty set satisfying three definition. One additional, then equality, and then multiplication by scalar. These three definitions are satisfied by every element of that non-empty set. Then that non-empty set we call it as a vector space, that we have learned. And every member of vector space is a vector. So, every order pair AB belongs to R square is vector in R square. Okay? And every triplet ABC belongs to R cube is called vector in R cube. Okay? So हमारे मैथ्स में R square and R cube के member are vector. हम vector मतलब member of R square and R cube, वही हमारे syllabus में. हम physics की तरह नहीं सीखने वाले. Physics में vector are those physical quantity which require magnitude and direction both for its complete specification. But as far as our mathematics is concerned, our knowledge is restricted to R square and R cube only. Okay? Now here, how do we define addition? Where addition is defined as, अगर ट्रिपलेट x1 x2 x3 को मैं x ले लूं, ट्रिपलेट y1 y2 y3 को मैं y ले लूं. ओके? So how do I add the two vector in R cube? X is x1 x2 x3 and y is triplet y1 y2 y3. How addition is defined? Here we are adding corresponding element of first entry added with first entry, second entry added with second entry, and third entry is added with third entry. And you know it also belongs to R cube. So it is called closure property. X and y belongs to R cube. Then x plus y also, vector x plus vector y also belongs to R cube. Vectors are denoted by bar. X upper bar. So we read it as vector x. Okay? How do I define equality of vectors? Vector x is vector y if and only if first entry is equal to first entry, second entry is equal to second entry, and third entry is equal to third entry of both the vector. This is a definition of equality. And multiplication by scalar. Multiplication by scalar. If k belongs to R, then k into vector x is defined as kx1, kx2, kx3. That is also belongs to R cube. So my R cube is closed with respect to addition as well as multiplication by scalar. So if these three operations are defined by any non-empty set, then that non-empty set we call it as a vector space. So R square and R cube is a vector space. Also we have learned these two operations, मतलब addition and multiplication by scalar, satisfy the following properties. We have learned all the properties in 11th science, but I am revising for you. What are the properties? First, closure property, which I have discussed just now. Closure property मतलब x and y belongs to R cube, then x plus y also belongs to R cube, and kx also belongs to R cube. So R cube is closed with respect to vector addition and multiplication of vector by scalar. We have learned commutative property. याद आया? Of addition, commutative law of addition. मतलब अगर vector x and vector y belongs to R cube, then vector x plus y is equal to vector y plus x. याद आ रहा है? Third is associative law. Law of vector addition, okay? That also we have learned. If x, y, vector and vector z belongs to R cube or R square, then vector x plus y plus vector z is equal to vector x plus vector y plus z. Then we have learned existence of additive identity, okay? Existence of additive identity. What is additive identity? Null vector 0, 0, 0 in R cube and null vector only order per 0, 0, that is in R square. This is called additive identity, okay? Now we have learned in 11th science existence of additive inverse. याद आ रहा है सब? Additive inverse. We are just recall the things, okay? Additive inverse मतलब suppose vector x is x1, x2, x3 belongs to R cube. Then vector minus x, that is a triplet minus x1, minus x2, minus x3 belongs to R cube. Is called additive inverse. Why? Because vector x plus vector minus x will be a null vector. Additive identity. याद आया? Right? So everything we have learned in our 11th science. Some more concepts also we have learned in 11th science that we are learning in 12th science also again. Some based on the concept which you have learned, definition which you have learned in 11th science are here in 12th science also. Okay? So now for 12th science the first concept is magnitude of vector. Which we have already learned in 11th science, but they have revised. Let vector x is x1, x2, x3, triplet x1, x2, x3 belongs to R cube. Then magnitude of vector x is denoted by mod x, and it is defined as mod x is equal to under root x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. Right? For example, x is suppose triplet 1, 2, 3. Then how do I define mod x? Mod x is under root 1 square plus 2 square is 4 plus 3 square is 9. So root 14. Okay. Now we have to learn, when we learn any definition, we have to learn its properties also. What are the properties of magnitude? Number 1, mod x is always greater than or equal to 0. Second property is mod x is 0, magnitude is 0 if and only if that vector must be null vector. Clear? And third property says modulus of vector kx is modulus of k into modulus of x. Clear? K belongs to R. So everything you have learned in 11 science also, but they have again revised in 12 science. Okay? So we also revise. Okay? Second concept you have already learned in 11 science, and that is unit vector. Okay? How do I define unit vector? Let vector x is, now all this definition I defined for r cube are valid for r square also, huh? Definition will remain same. Instead of 2 we have to take, instead of 3 we are taking only 2 entries of r. Instead of triplet we are taking order pair. That is the difference. Okay? If magnitude of any vector x, whether it is in r cube or r square, is 1, then that vector is called unit vector. Every unit vector is having magnitude 1. So how they differ from each other? They are differ by direction. Okay? Unit vector always represent the direction of vector, and it is denoted by x के ऊपर कैप बनाने का, x cap. Clear? So we have learned basic unit vector as I is 1, 0, 0. That is unit vector in direction of positive direction of x-axis. Vector j defined as 0, 1, 0. This is a unit vector in direction of positive direction of z-axis, and k is 0, 0, 1. These are called unit vectors in the positive direction of, in 11 science you have learned r cube, direction of x, y and z axis respectively. Okay? And every vector in r cube suppose x, that is x1, x2, x3 can be written as x1i plus x2j plus x3k. So every vector in R cube is a linear combination of I, j and k. If I am talking about R square, then every vector in R square is a linear combination of I and j. In R square, vector I is defined as order pair 1, 0 and vector j is defined as order pair 0, 1. उसमें दो ही बेसिक यूनिट वेक्टर होते हैं R स्क्वायर में. ओके, नाउ कोई भी यूनिट वेक्टर दिया है, कोई भी वेक्टर दिया है एंड यूनिट वेक्टर in direction of any vector. These are the unit vector in direction of x, y and z axis, and unit vector in the direction of vector x is denoted by x upper cap and defined as unit vector in direction of x is defined as vector x upon magnitude of vector x. Right? For example, suppose vector x is 1, 2, 3 and modulus of vector x we done, it is root 14. So unit vector in the direction of vector x is x cap and it is defined as 1 by root 14, 2 by root 14 and 3 by root 14. In future you are going to learn that these are nothing but the direction cosines of given vector x. जब डायरेक्शन कोसाइन सिखाऊंगी तब आपको सिखाऊंगी कि कंपोनेंट ऑफ यूनिट वेक्टर आर कॉल्ड डायरेक्शन कोसाइंस ऑफ दैट वेक्टर. So unit vector always represent the direction of vector. Okay. Now we are going to learn another concept, that is position vector. What do you mean by position vector? If vector x is x1, x2, x3 and is not null, this is not a null vector, it is non-null vector. Okay. Then vector OP is vector x. X can be written as OP and that is x1, x2, x3. OP is called a position vector of point P relative to O. Position vector of P relative to O. With respect to O, its position can be determined. Okay. And its position is called position vector of P. Suppose you want to define vector AB. Let position vector of 2 points A and B are vector x and vector y respectively. Matlab OA is x and OB is y. Then how do I define vector AB? Vector AB defined as position vector of B minus position vector of A. Position vector of final point minus position vector of initial point. So it is vector y minus vector x. Clear? Vector AB is position vector of B minus position vector of A. So it is vector y minus x. Are you clear? Now, if vector x is xi plus yj plus zk, then xi, yj and zk are called vector component. And only x1, only x2 and only x3 are called scalar component of vector. Okay. Now see, also we have learned the following things in R cube. What are the points we have learned in 11th science? If P, x1, x, y and z is any point in R cube, okay, then the first P, x, y, z is any point in R cube. Then number 1, perpendicular distance, we have learned this, of point P from x-axis. It defined as under root y square plus z square. याद आया? Perpendicular distance from y-axis. Second point. It defined as under root x square plus z square. याद आया? And perpendicular distance of point P from z-axis. z-axis मतलब उसका पॉइंट होगा 0 0 z. तो डिस्टेंस निकालेंगे P और C का, तो z माइनस z तो चला जाएगा. तो डिस्टेंस फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे तो क्या आएगा? x स्क्वायर प्लस y स्क्वायर. क्लियर? नाउ फोर्थ, परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस ऑफ पॉइंट P from XY plane. XY plane is what is mode Z. Now perpendicular distance from YZ plane. तो वो क्या आएगा? मोड X. और 6 point perpendicular distance from XZ plane is mode Y. And perpendicular distance 7 point perpendicular distance from origin is nothing but under root x square plus y square plus z square. This you have learned in 11th science, okay? So I revise this concept also with you. तो अभी बोलना मत कि मैडम वो तो हमने 11 में पढ़ा था तो हम भूल गए. ओके, I have revised everything. Now the new concept in physics you have learned this. Triangular law of vector addition. And second is parallelogram law of vector addition, okay? Two law of vector addition you have learned in physics also, and now you are learning in maths also. Suppose you are given triangle ABC, okay? Position vector of point vertices is A, position vector of point B is vector B, and position vector of point C is vector C. Then we know vector AB plus vector BC plus vector CA is equal to क्या? Null. Clear? Initial point and final point are same. So I can say vector A plus vector B plus vector C is null. बराबर लिखा मैंने. AB is not vector A, my dear. AB is not vector A. AB is vector B minus A. Clear? So don't misunderstand. So I can write, this can be written as vector AB plus vector BC is minus CA. Minus CA मतलब क्या आएगा? AC. Vector AB plus vector CA, vector AB plus BC is vector AC. Is called triangular law of vector addition. Triangular law of vector addition. फिजिक्स में ऐसा बोलते हैं, टू एडजेसेंट साइड आर रिप्रेजेंटेड एज मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन एज वेक्टर एक्स एंड वेक्टर वाई, देन third side with reverse order represent the sum of two vector. मतलब AB plus BC is equal to AC. Clear? AB plus BC is equal to AC. जहां से शुरू किया वहां से ही your resultant vector starts. Okay? Third side. Okay? Now parallelogram law says if OACB is a parallelogram, क्या? If OACB is a parallelogram, then OA plus OB, these are the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Addition of these two vectors is a diagonal starting from the same initial point. OA plus OB is OC. Each called, मैं फिगर बनाती हूँ. Suppose this is my parallelogram. ये फिगर तो बराबर आती नहीं. This is my O, OB, OA. OACB. OA plus OB is OC. Each called parallelogram law for vector addition. समझ लो, if two adjacent side of parallelogram representing two vector x and y, then x plus y is a diagonal vector OC starting from same initial point. Okay, it won't be AB. Clear? Now that complete your revision of 11 science. Now 12 science का पहला concept है. First concept is inner product. ये वेक्टर का प्रोडक्ट है यहाँ, प्रोडक्ट बिटवीन टू वेक्टर, इनर प्रोडक्ट. उसका दूसरा नाम है स्केलर प्रोडक्ट. तीसरा नाम है डॉट प्रोडक्ट. क्यों तीन तीन नाम है आप समझ जाओगे. व्हेन यू लर्न द डेफिनेशन आपको समझ में आएगा, क्योंकि नोटेशन डॉट में आता है तो डॉट प्रोडक्ट, आंसर स्केलर में आता है तो स्केलर प्रोडक्ट, एंड अंदर से मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है इसलिए इनर प्रोडक्ट. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द इनर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ वेक्टर्स? इनर प्रोडक्ट और स्केलर प्रोडक्ट और डॉट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ वेक्टर्स. पेन को क्या हो गया? If vector x is x1, x2, x3, vector y is y1, y2, y3, both belongs to R cube. R two vectors in R cube. Then the inner product or dot product or scalar product of x and y is denoted by x dot y. अब पता चला क्यों इसका नाम डॉट प्रोडक्ट हुआ. And it is defined as x dot y is x1 into y1 plus x2 into y2 plus x3 into y3. It always belongs to R. So it is answer is scalar. It is a scalar. So its name is scalar product also. Are you clear? For example, suppose vector x is 1, 2, 3. Vector y is 2, 3, 4. Then what vector x dot y? What is value of x dot y? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4. कैलकुलेट करोगे तो आएगा 20. क्या आएगा? 20. And 20 is a scalar. Answer is in scalar. So the name of this operation is inner product or dot product or scalar product. Now what are the properties? जैसे मैग्नीट्यूड में properties सिखाई वैसे इधर भी what are the important properties? Properties are going to help you a lot in future to understand the subject, okay? For x, y, z belongs to r square or r cube. दोनों में चलेगा, okay? And suppose k belongs to r. These properties are applicable for both r square and r cube. First property says कि भाई x dot x is always greater than or equal to 0. And x dot x is 0 if and only if vector x is null vector. Otherwise it won't be 0 because sum of square cannot be 0. It is always positive. And it is 0 providing each entry must be 0. X dot x can be also defined as mod x square. You know x dot x is x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. And mod x is under root x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. So what is the relation between dot product and mod? This second property I am going to use for whenever you want to open modulus sign. When you want to remove modulus sign, then you are going to take help of this dot product. Clear? कोई भी modulus का result prove करना है तो we are using this second property because it will help you a lot to open the modulus sign. Clear? Third property is dot product is commutative because x dot y and y dot x are same. इसको बोलते हैं dot product is commutative. Fourth property is distributive property of dot product over vector addition. X dot vector y plus vector z is x dot y plus x dot z. Clear? Clear? And fifth property is x dot ky is kx dot y or k time x dot y. These are the 5 properties of scalar product.